anime teaches us not to give up, because what we see in these stories isn't just fights, power-ups, or flashy effects. What we really see is the courage to stand up again when you're at your lowest. Think about Deku from My Hero Academia. His dream since childhood was to become a hero. Everyone around him had a quirk, while he had nothing. Teachers, friends, even strangers told him for years that he couldn't do it. Most people would lose hope after that. But the light in Deku's heart never went out. The reason he didn't give up wasn't because he wanted power. The real reason was that even as a weak kid, he still wanted to do the right thing. He teaches us that you don't have to be perfect to start. If something truly matters to you, you can walk a path that looks impossible. Deku's greatest power isn't one for all. His greatest power is his unbreakable heart. In Demon Slayer, Tanjiro's story is even heavier. One morning he came home and found his family slaughtered. His sister survived, but she had turned into a demon. It's one of the greatest pains a person could experience. This trauma could have turned Tanjiro into a monster. It could have poisoned him with hatred. But he did the opposite. He shaped his pain into determination. In every fight, every training session, every step, he remembered his family, but walked with love and not hatred. His power wasn't born from rage. It came from compassion. Tanjiro teaches us that life can break you, but the broken pieces can come together to form a stronger version of yourself. Pain doesn't have to consume you. If you direct it correctly, it becomes the force that strengthens you. And then there is Guts from Berserk, the darkest and most brutal example. His entire life is built on suffering, loneliness, and betrayal. He grew up in the middle of war. The people he loved were taken from him. The one person he trusted the most betrayed him in the worst way possible. Normally, a life like this would destroy someone's soul, but Guts had something inside him. No matter how heavy the darkness got, he kept moving forward. He shows us the harshest truth. Life doesn't have to be fair. Sometimes the darkness really does swallow you whole. But a person who walks through the darkness understands the value of light more than anyone else. Even the smallest step you take in your hardest moment may not be enough to beat the world, but it's enough to conquer yourself. Guts' strength doesn't come from his muscles. It comes from his will to never stop. These three characters might live in different worlds, but their core message is the same. Deku's courage, Tanjiro's kindness, and Guts' endurance combine into one universal truth. People who don't give up keep going, not because they're the strongest, but because they have heart. The fact that they never once said, "Maybe I should quit," is what makes them powerful. In life, we all fall. People underestimate us. Plans break. Sometimes we feel like we're not enough. Sometimes the pain hits so hard that we ask ourselves, why me? But anime gives us the perfect message. Falling doesn't mean it's over. Your story truly begins the moment you choose to get back up. Deku started from zero, but his dream lifted him. Tanjiro carried pain, but his love kept him steady. Guts walked through darkness, but his will pushed him forward. They show us that strength isn't about never falling. Real strength is finding the courage to rise again every time you fall. Sometimes you feel too tired to take one more step. Sometimes your heart breaks. Sometimes no one is there for you. But remember, everyone who walks through darkness returns with a stronger spirit. In the end, you realize one thing: falling is destiny, but standing back up is a choice. And anime whispers the same message every day. You only lose the moment you stop getting up, but as long as you keep going, you will win one day.